A new big shakeup to the president's cabinet today. Rex Tillerson fired as Secretary of State. CIA Director Mike Pompeo has been named to replace him. Here's the president on the stunning news earlier.
Rex and I have been talking about this for a long time. We got along actually quite well, but we disagreed on things. When you look at the Iran deal, I think it's terrible. I guess he felt it was okay. I wanted to either break it or do something, and he felt a little bit differently. So we were not really thinking the same. With Mike Pompeo, we have a very similar thought process. I think it's going to go very well. Rex is a very good man. I like Rex a lot.
This afternoon, Tillerson also appeared before microphones.
I want to give recognition to the State Department and our partners for a few of their accomplishments under this administration. All of us, we know, want to leave this place as a better place for the next generation. I'll now return to private life as a private citizen, as a proud American, proud of the opportunity I've had to serve my country. God bless all of you. God bless the American people. God bless America.
All right. So, Dana, what did you make of that in terms of, he wanted to do the statement? It was good that he was allowed to do that.
Yeah,
obviously.
I think so. So the timeline is always interesting, a story for Washington, D.C. We got a call, apparently, while he's overseas from General John Kelly from the White House, Chief of Staff, saying, hey, this is coming. And then Tillerson cut his trip to Africa short, comes back. He landed at 4 a.m. He found out he was fired for sure in a tweet at 9 a.m., speaks to the president at noon. And then when he comes to the podium, it was almost like he was reluctant. He was somebody who did not want to be in Washington. He took great pleasure in reminding everybody he was not from Washington. He didn't want to be a part of it. He didn't like the whole aspect of it. And then as he's speaking, you start to realize, you know what, maybe he was really sort of starting to really respect the work that the career foreign officials were doing. He's talked a lot about them, but he had one fatal flaw, and that is that he had lost the confidence of the president and around the country and the world, excuse me. Once you see that there might be daylight between a Secretary of State and a president, that's it. You have to go. And so there will be a smooth transition now as Mike Pompeo from the CIA comes over to the State Department. He and the president will have to show, and I think they will, a united front from the get-go.
Jesse, Pompeo had been rumored to be up for the job and wanted the job way back, actually. Right. So there was some discussion about this. So it really didn't come kind of as a surprise to some people who had been following it and insiders in terms of the choice. The president has always expressed a confidence and, very similar viewpoints as Pompeo as somebody that he felt that he could relate to very well and trusted.
Yeah, they've always gelled during these briefings that they have on intelligence matters. The Democrats should be very happy. He's extremely hawkish about Russia, much more so than Rex Tillerson. And to agree with Dana, it was just more than a little daylight. There was a lot of daylight between Tillerson and President Trump when it came to the Paris climate deal, the Iran sanctions, moving the embassy to Jerusalem and Israel, and they undercut each other publicly with the Charlottesville situation and again on the North Korea negotiations. We all remember the moron comment, which was a 2 to 3 day story, which was hard to get over. But, I mean, he's a great patriot and a great man and a great businessman and a great leader. But they're going to have great leadership at state. And I love this woman. I believe her name is Gina Haspel, who's now going to lead the CIA. And, people are saying that she was in charge of these black sites where there was torture that was happening. She was just following orders. She didn't design the interrogation program. She was doing what she was told to do. And she's going to be terrific. And it's a real historic moment for a woman to lead the agency.
Greg.
I think she should be proud of what she did. Yeah. She has to make decisions that a lot of her critics don't have to make. She answered the call, and that call forces you to make decisions that could put you in jail. So the thing is, if you are faced with a potential terror attack that could kill thousands, and they say, but if you do this, you go to jail. If you follow that order, you're wrong. If you follow the order that puts you in jail, that makes you a hero.
And they save lives.
And they save lives. So I think that she's a hero. And if she was a TV character, she would be a hero. A woman running a black site, that's a great character. But in real life, I'm sure the left will paint her as a killer and a heinous person.
Already are.
As for Tillerson, do not go on Celebrity Big Brother. Hold out for Dancing with the Stars. Update your LinkedIn profile picture. I have to say this. When he was hired, we loved Rex Tillerson.
Yes, so did I.
He was like an adult. He was the businessman who was going to come in and play it straight. So I think that, I guess for me, I'm a little bit sad the way it's handled. And I know that it's not true that he was fired on Twitter. We know that that's not true. He was, but I still think that, you know, I don't know. He could have, I mean, we know if you were hired by Trump, don't bring a lot of knickknacks and photos and framed diplomas into your office because you're not going to be there very long. But for some reason, I do feel that Rex Tillerson should have been handled better because he's obviously a very good man.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Condoleezza Rice supported him as well. One.
I thought Senator Menendez got this right today when he said this is more evidence of Commander Chaos, speaking of President Trump. So I'm watching there Tillerson, and I'm waiting for Tillerson to say something wonderful about having served with honor President Trump. He never mentions Trump, not once. He says we're all honored to be people who are here, have taken an oath to serve the Constitution. Not a word about Trump, not a word about his experience with Trump.
He got fired.
And, I think it's worse than fired. The way he was fired, just so disrespectful. Again, evidence of Captain Chaos. How many people have left this administration within the last few days? I mean, it's hard to remember that Gary Cohn was just last week. And then you have a situation where, you know, you look at what's going on at state. The morale, terrible. He was breaking down the morale at state, not filling positions, out of touch with the White House. I think he'll go down as one of the worst Secretary of States, if not the worst, in American history.
That seems a little
Worse than Hillary?
aggressive.
No, we do.
Close. Hillary wins
Not
again.
even close.